لا لكونها عمارة غريبة وبدائية تحظى بكل هذا الاهتمام من السياح الذين يتوافدون بعشرات الآلاف سنوياً متفحصين جدران وزوايا وأبواب هذا المعلم المعماري الذي تحول بفضل السينما إلى أشهر موقع تصوير يحظى باهتمام الناس.
Finding what turned out to be 158 locations that were used for filming of The Lord of the Rings. And as they looked over the beautiful rolling green hills, the scattered tree lines, and our lovely mountain ranges in the background, which are known as the Kaimai Ranges, they realised that this potentially is the spot they'd been looking for. Hello Qatar TV, my name is Shane Forrest, Marketing Manager. I'd like to welcome you to Hobbiton Movie Set, here in the beautiful Waikato region of New Zealand. So out here in Hobbiton Movie Set, we were the site that was used for the Lord of the Rings trilogy that was filmed out here by Peter Jackson, the director. So he was out here filming, built from disposable materials in those days, only meant to last a couple of months. So the main materials that were used were plastic, polystyrene, plywood and untreated pine. Things that could be nice and easily crafted and constructed, and then as per the contract could be deconstructed at the end of filming. After they signed the contracts, the New Zealand Army were brought in March of 1999 to start construction out here. So the Army were brought in to build the road for access to the movie set, because during filming there could be over 200 vehicles travelling up and down that road daily. There's also the very famous scene as Gandalf came riding into town and made his way through the village of Hobbiton on his horse and cart, and of course a very excited Frodo was sitting right beside him out there. Now during filming of The Hobbit, they came back. They said to the Alexanders, for continuity purposes, they wanted to come back and rebuild Hobbiton exactly the same as it was the first time round, with all the Hobbit holes in the same locations. By that stage, we've been running our tours out here since 2002. So Russell Alexander, the middle brother and our general manager, he said to the film company, yes, you can come back and use our property again, but if you want to use our property, we want all the Hobbit holes to be built from permanent materials, so it's here for years to come for people to enjoy. So since the rebuild for the Hobbit trilogy, it's all been built from permanent materials. All the framing around the outside of the Hobbit holes, to make it look like hobbits lived here hundreds of years, the construction crew would start up the chainsaw, run the chainsaw down the pieces of wood to bring out the stress cracks and fractures, get a chain, beat the piece of wood with the chain to take out a few chunks, give it a nice textured look, sandblast it to give it that nice textured aged look. They then get vinegar, paint the vinegar over the top of the wood, which gives it a nice grey aged darkened appearance. So that's our tree, now known as the party tree. Probably I think it's safe to say that would be now one of the most famous trees in the world. It's around 85 to 100 years old and perfectly placed in front of the lake as it was described in the books. Because it is as it was described in the books, the party tree in front of the water, a lot of people assume our lake was put in for filming, which it wasn't, but that's also not a natural lake. That lake out there was put in by the family who owned the farm before the Alexanders. That was put in back in around 1940 as a duck shooting pond. We're still stretched over 12 acres, which is a pretty good site for a movie set. So in amongst the Hobbit holes there's beautiful gardens, vegetation, the door that opens and closes. All the Hobbit holes are different, created for a different purpose. So they all come in different colours, different amount of textures. Out the front of the Hobbit hole they have a few props. There's chairs around, there's brooms, there's gardening tools. So when they came back For the Hobbit trilogy, like the rest of the set, the Green Dragon was constructed from permanent materials, but like everything else, it was a shell placed on the hillside. So once they finished filming, we scraped out the hillside and built an exact replica of what was created in the studios to create the interior of the Green Dragon Inn. So you head into the Green Dragon. Over 2 kilometres of macrocarpa beams are running throughout there. You walk up to the bar, which is exactly as it was in the movies, the big barrels that all our beverages are poured out of. So all the plates are made from ceramic moulds, all as it was seen during the movies, and all wooden furniture all throughout. People get to sit down, relax, and really take it all in as they have a look around. Thank you very much, Qatar TV. It's been a pleasure having you visit us out here in Hobbiton Movie Set in Matamata in New Zealand. Really nice talking with you today, and I hope to see you again.